And I hate how this screen moves, but it's okay. I'm going to work with it. So I'm going to do flight and hotel. We are going to be departing from Detroit and going into New Orleans. We're going to do one room with 2 adults. Can somebody pick some days for me?
December the 15th through December the 20th or 21st.
With your promo codes, they do have promo codes. To get those promo codes, you would have to basically go up here to the top. I just wanted to show you where they are, offers and incentives. So you would look at your promo codes here. I don't book anything without travel protection, so I'm going to add travel protection on. And I'm going to do my search. This is taking some time, okay. Wow, this is really taking some time. Okay, there we go. So normally your cheapest flights come up first, and today it is Spirit. But the good thing
And
is
we are 2 people.
yes, this is for 2 people.
Okay.
The good thing is it is straight through flights, which is wonderful. I love straight through. So we're going to keep those flights as is. Over here in your left-hand column, it says 264 hotels. So you do have your features over here. So we're going to do, just say, a 4-star rating. You can also pick the hotel amenities that you're looking for. We're going to add on some spa services. We're going to be there, what, 6, 7 days. And you can also click on experiences if it's anything that you're looking for, as, as an experience, as well as the sites you may want to be close to. They have so much here. Mardi Gras World, I've never even seen that. What I will say is New Orleans.
Location.
What you say?
Do you have a preference on location when you go to book your clients as far as the area that you search for your hotel for clients?
I prefer downtown because it is close and centrally located to everything. So right across from Bourbon, it's not far from Bourbon. Where I like to stay is the Sheraton. That's my favorite. But it is a multitude of hotels on Bourbon, as well as all of the surrounding areas, warehouse district where we stay, which is not far from the Sheraton. But I prefer downtown. Um, if they want to be on Bourbon, that's something I always ask during my conversation with the client. But yes, downtown is my preference because it's walking distance to everything, and
I
it's
think
very
that's
cool.
a great point
Yes,
to
and I
make
think it's,
that you
it's
said you asked them if they want to be on Bourbon.
mm-hmm. And the Riverwalk outlets is not far. If you're staying anywhere in that vicinity, is maybe about a 10-minute ride, 10-minute Uber ride, maybe, um, depending on traffic. So I'm just going through looking at some hotels here. Um, the Royal Sonesta, that is right on Bourbon. The Sheraton New Orleans is where I always stay. But you see how that price from the Royal Sonesta jumps up to 2 grand when Sheraton is only 15. The Marriott is
Mm.
directly across, and this is all on Canal Street, which is the main street um, that separates more or less from French Quarter to I don't even know what area that is I stay in, but it's warehouse is so it's Bourbon Street on the other side of Canal, on the side on the Canal side where the Sheraton is. Um, the New Orleans is even on. I mean the Marriott is even on the French Quarter side. I don't per se I don't like the French Quarter side. I prefer the opposite side of the street and going back in towards the warehouse district. But they have a lot of different hotels. But I am going to pick the most cost effective, which it is looking like as I scroll down, the Sheraton New Orleans. It's a great hotel. Both the Sheraton New Orleans and the New Orleans Marriott are directly across from each other. They both have outdoor rooftop pools, which is really nice. I did walk into the Sheraton, into the Marriott. Um, it was a much, it was a mixed crowd, but in the lobby enjoying, like in the atrium, it was mainly older people drinking a lot of wine, but it was still really, really nice. So, sorry to be scrolling so much. So we got right to, oh, you know what? Let me go back. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me just go back really quick, one screen, because I just clicked on it. I wanted to see the room choices. Moving too fast. Excuse me.
Did this include transportation from the hotel?
No, we would have to add the transportation if it is available. Well, did I just
Okay.
start myself over? Yes, I did. So I apologize, y'all. Let me let me get it together here. Okay, come on now. Okay, we're doing FunJet, and we are going to do flight and hotel. Going to New Orleans. And we said December 15th through the 21st. I believe that's what you said. That's a nice long time. And you really need, in my personal opinion, if you're going to go to New Orleans, it is so much more to do than just Bourbon Street. It is full of a multitude of galleries and museums that are well worth going to check out, not to mention the food. And I will get to the food. But New Orleans is definitely an experience. It was a bunch. This particular weekend, when I went this past weekend, it was a bunch of, it was like 2 or 3 conventions in our hotel. I didn't even realize that hotel were in our hotel, my hotel. Um, I didn't even realize because I always think about Kia and Kiki when I stay there because that's where we stay. Um, it is a ton of banquet rooms in there, and I didn't realize that until I actually explored the hotel this go round. So if you click on the plus sign next to Sheraton Orleans or any of these hotels that you choose, it will give you a breakdown of the room choices. And that way you can see what all they have. And they already have a promo code attached, so that's good. As travel agents, when we stay here, We will actually go in under that travel agent rate, which is literally $86 a night, which is great. Just taking a look at what's available here. And the club level rooms are really, really nice. I did look at those online before I got there to see if I could get an upgrade, but they did give me the city view. They gave me the city view, which was still beautiful. It's ceiling to floor. It's a ceiling to floor window with two big shutters that you can open. And I mean, I had a clear view outside of the couple of buildings that were in my view, a clear view of the water. It was absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to go back up here and we're going to choose this traditional. This first choice here, the view, the one king bedroom. We're going to click on that. You know, they already had our flight choices picked, so I'm going to continue with those same choices because it is a straight through flight. So we're going to select that departure at 8:42 a.m. and arriving there at 10:11. And then we're going to come back and pick the return flight. Which is great. I really like to leave a little later, but this is a great time after, especially with being there so long. This is a great option. And something else I learned, you all, I'm a um, big front seat girl when I ride Spirit. So this was literally my second time riding in a regular seat. I was in an exit row. It was very comfortable. I'm very hippie, so it was very comfortable. I was surprised. I fit in the seatbelt, didn't have to get an extender or anything. I was so excited. But one thing I did learn when you travel Spirit, the big front seat going from Detroit to New Orleans, it was $151. When I got to the airport, they offered it to me for $54. And coming back, my exit row seat was like $21 because I was in the back of the plane from New Orleans to um, Orlando because I had a layover. And then from Orlando to Detroit, the big front seat cost me $43. So at this point, we have our flights selected. We have the hotel selected with the view, with the room selection. You have your special reduced rates. You can click on that and it'll tell you the discount is already reflected in the package. Our travel protection has been selected. I always tell my clients, if you know you're going to travel, just get the travel credit. It is cheaper than doing the full refund. Now, if you're kind of iffy on whether you're going to go or not, and you want your money back, you could do the full refund. But I always suggest the travel credit because it's cheaper. So over here to your left, we can click on features and see if they're offering any excursions, on which I'm sure they are, as well as transport. They may offer transportation, but we'll have to see. So the different travel protections are there, of course. And then here are your excursions. So I'm just reading if I'm quiet. I'm just seeing what's going on here. There's a lot going on here. I don't necessarily like doing walking tours. I prefer to be in a air-conditioned van. That's just me because it's really, really warm. Ooh, seafood bar raw. So, yep, you can just look through here. Um, and in my vacation request form, I do have if they want excursions and they can kind of list what they may have been looking for because 9 times out of 10, they've done some research before they contact you. But it is a museum called Jam Nola. It's a fairly new museum. It's been open about a year. I think it features about 17 artists. When you go to their site, you can actually choose a particular time for you to get there. You have to be on time. And it looks very, very interesting. It's like just rooms with different artists. It's very colorful. It features food and all types of artwork. I didn't get a chance to go, but it's on my list for next go round. We're just gonna pick a couple of these real quick. I just wanted to go through and see what they had. I don't want to take up too much of y'all time.
I didn't realize that transportation was hard to pull up for New Orleans. Like they really don't be offering a lot of
Yeah, they
pickup
don't
service.
offer. Yeah, when I looked, they didn't offer much, but you see, it's 297 features. That is a lot of different excursions.
Yeah.
So, I went on the historic tour, the New Orleans historic tour, and it was really, really nice. So we're gonna pick this. Let's do the French Quarter walking tour. And it also has the times that you can choose. So let's do early because it gets hot really fast. And we'll do that for the next day. And we're gonna do that for 2 and just gonna add that to the cart. And if you want to see if they have transportation, once the screen loads, we're gonna go back over to your left-hand side, over here where the features are. And all they have is travel protection and additional options, which are the excursions. So for transportation, you would probably need to either suggest Uber, Lyft. They do have the big city bus. Well, I'm talking about something else. Uber or Lyft for transportation. You can always offer private transportation, maybe through Fire Tour or something like that. So now that we have everything here, we're looking at the total package for those for the 15th through the 21st, $1,734.02. As an agent, of course, we are going to come over here to the booking administration and see how much that commission is. It's only $48.72. What do you guys think I should up that to? My
At
service
least
charge per person.
at least 150 at minimum.
All righty. We're going to say 100 per person, so we're going to do 200. How does that sound?
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay. So it automatically updated. So now we're going to click off of here and see what that new total is. And that's with the excursion, so $1,954.02. And that is with your round trip flights straight through the Sheraton New Orleans, which is a wonderful hotel.
And for like a whole week, that's good.
Yeah, that's what I said, and that's per person. $900,
Yeah.
a little over $900 per person, which
That'll
is
be a
great.
nice Christmas getaway.
We got our excursion pick, we got our travel protection, and now we are going to go ahead and check out. I'm just waiting patiently. So I'm just reading. So it said it has a new price. And sometimes that happens during your search. I don't see where it changed much. It might have though. So this is just telling you all of the selections you have chosen. You got your round trip flights there. You can actually go in here and change those flights if you would like to, or research others. It talks about your hotel and your travel advisories, your hotel advisories. It's a good thing to always read through these before you send out your quote. Some stuff is fine to leave in. Some stuff you may want to take out. It just depends on what it's talking about. It's showing our tour here that we have. It's showing our full travel credit. And then your cash refund, but I always choose the full travel credit as I stated. You can also decline travel protection if you choose to. Rental car options are always available. And once your client accepts the quote, this is where you will put their information in for both travelers. And if you scroll down, it lets you know the total cost of the trip, when the deposit is due, which is today. So you would break that $879.98 between the two guests. And then the full payment would be due October 31st. And then your payment options here. And then you would click the required to complete booking and then complete booking. So we're going to go back up here to the top. And I am going to email this to myself, which I suggest everyone does. Click on your preview, and it allows you to preview what we just looked at the bottom of the screen as far as the total amount. It has your flight times here. Again, your hotel choice, your hotel advisories. And me, myself, I just don't think a rental car is needed. Um, like I said, instead of paying, say, $40, $50 a night for parking, it's just best to walk, and the Uber or Lyft is the best option. So now that we have this, we're going to email it to me. I'm going to email it to myself. And my email has been sent successfully. I'm going to go into my email now, so you all can see that. I'm just waiting on that email to come through. So I kind of click off just to wait, just to make sure it's going to come through. So while we're waiting on that, I did get a chance to go to Drago's. I think it's called Drago's. It is one of the most popular seafood spots in New Orleans. They have several locations. I went to the original location, which is about 12 minutes from the downtown area. They have the best charbroiled oysters I've eaten since I've been there. Um, Atmosphere was nice. They shuck their own oysters right there in the restaurant. They have the live crabs there. I mean, not live crabs, live lobster. So they just go in the tank and pull those out, which is just awesome. And it was a great experience. They do a lighter Parmesan on top Then Creole House. Creole House is right across the street from the Sheridan. Um, the last time me and Kiera were there, that's where we went. And I had to go in there because it just reminded me of her. So this is my quote that I've emailed to myself. And what I like to do is the same thing you all just seen. I like to take this and copy it. I never keep that plungette in there. I don't even keep this wording in there, but I copy all of this without the options. And then if you have Travelify, Travel Joy, you can also use that. I'm not using that today. And I'm going to go to Compose. And I am literally going to paste what I just copied into this email. This is your more simplified version of giving someone a quote. Everything is there, I just copied. I do like to take that terms and conditions out. It's really talking about, it's just talk, yeah, I like to take that out. Take some of the space out here. This up here, my wording, I'm gonna say, hello, Denise. And as you can see, this copy, the font copied smaller. So I normally go in here and highlight all of this and make sure it's at an Arial 12 point, so it's larger. That's for me to even be able to see it well. I like to keep, thank you for taking time to price a vacations getaway with Destiny D Travel LLC. I take out that second line, all prices listed may be subject to change until payment is received. I love to keep consider updating your room for the best vacation experience. And I like to keep the travel protection paragraph in there as well. I also add other wording in this just to let them know what they have, what I have selected for them through our conversation, as well as letting them know, just giving them a heads up in the email. This is your round trip flight, straight through flights, your hotel stay, things of that nature. If it's anything else you're interested in, or if you would like me to research something else. Normally, this would be a 3-quote. I'm sorry, Brenda, I didn't do a 3-quote. I just did one. But this would normally be a 3-quote process. But I like to let them know this is what I came up with. If you have any questions concerning anything, feel free to contact me directly. I always put my phone number in there. Even though it is in my email signature, I like them to see that firsthand. Another thing that I do under total payments, it says 0. The balance is here, the deposit is here, but what I do like to do at full payment due on October 31st, I'll change that to about 5 to 7 days before, and I deduct the $879.98 from the 1956.06 and put that as the payment. I do remaining balance due. So I take the full payment out and put remaining balance due, say October 25th, and whatever it was when I deducted the deposit from the total balance. A lot of times I will take out the flight information. I'll keep Spirit Airlines. Sometimes I don't, it just depends, but I will take out that flight number. Just a little something I learned from Kia. Additional baggage charges may apply, indicates code share. Most of the time I'll take that out. I always keep the hotel rating there. And like I said, just going through looking at everything, the hotel advisories, definitely read through those. take out what the client really needs to know. And I mean, take out what the client doesn't really need to know. Keep what's relevant to the reservation. And at the end of my quotes, I love to put happy traveling. And then, of course, my email signature is at the bottom. It is definitely, I think it's a great idea for you to put your business hours in your email signature, as well as links if you have any links that you would like people to click on. It would be a great idea if you wanted to share some excursions with your guest, with your client. I would take that link and put it up top and let them know that I have a link that you can click on and explore some excursions that are available. If I know what they're looking for, I'll actually go into the Viator. I'll click on my Viator link and go in there and get that particular excursion and add it into this quote. And once this is all done and complete and looking great, I send it out to the client. And my subject would be New Orleans, December 2024. And we are all set with this, so we're going to send this out. So it is all set. Mine always says errors because, as you can see, it's always something in red. So I'm sending this to myself. And then I like to go into my sent items and look to see how this email went out to my client, how it looks. And I love that it doesn't have the, what I want to say, the blocks that it originally had. So before you send out to a client, always send it to yourself, look over it so you can see how it looks, and then you email it out to them. And that is the quote process for any destination. It doesn't have to be necessarily New Orleans, but we chose New Orleans. Is there any questions?
And then what do you do after you email that to your clients?
So once I email
the-
that to my client, I actually either call or text, just depending on their availability. I have some when I do my vacation request form, I always ask their preferred method of contact, whether it be email, text, or phone. And depending on what they chose, that's how I contact them. So, hey, Denise, I was just letting you know that I emailed the quote out to you. Just take some time for you and your guests to look over it, and I'll get back with you in just say 24 hours. If you're ready to go, just give me a call back or shoot me a text or email, and we can go on with the booking process. Any other questions?
Do you normally offer multiple flights or do you just choose the best one?
So, like in my vacation request form, I have their preference. I like them to put their preferences in, whether they want to leave morning, afternoon, or evening, or lowest fare. And that's on the going flight as well as the outbound flight, as well as the return flight. So when you have that, all of that information, it's easier for you to do your quote. When you don't have a certain information, you have to keep contacting the client. I try to avoid multiple contacts to the client. I like for them to give me all of the information, whether it's in my form or whether it's a verbal conversation. I have multiple notepads here on my desk, and as I'm speaking with them, I'm jotting down everything. I always also like to ask what days of the week do they prefer to travel. Some people prefer weekends, some people prefer through the week. Me myself, I'm more of maybe a Saturday, because that's the last day I work. I work Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Me myself, I prefer Saturday through maybe a Tuesday or Wednesday, or maybe a Sunday through a Wednesday or Thursday, something like that, because the rates are cheaper than over the weekend. Something else just to keep in mind. Excuse me. Any other questions? I just love looking at quotes, so I'm just rolling through.
Here's a question.
Uh-huh.
When they want a car, do you, I mean, mid-size, whatever, that doesn't matter, but when you're giving a quote, do you give them quotes from different, like Avis and then CarMax? And
No, I don't do multiple car quotes. I don't even really like to include, you know how they have rental cars on most of the vendor sites while we're going through the booking process. I don't even like to include that in my quote because it's always an extra cost when the client gets to the rental car company. So I like to do my land and air separately, and then I'll go to just say Expedia. I like to book my rental cars through Expedia. That's just me. And I'll quote them a rental car through Expedia and send that quote separately. Now I have done it within the booking, but the couple of times I have, it was an extra charge once they got there because they didn't charge them it wasn't the full amount in the reservation that was required for them to get in and drive off. So now I just do it separately. And Val mentioned that also in the training she did. So really ever since then, I'll just always quote it separately.
thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
I do have a quick question, Denise. When you are doing the quote, do you do VAX and do you then go over to maybe Evo Rewards or Evo Plus and check the pricing of that too, or do you just stick to VAX?
So that just depends on so Evo Rewards, Evo Plus, they have to pay up front. That
Mhm.
is not that doesn't give you a payment plan. So it just depends on what the client is asking for. If they want payment plan, I normally go to VAX and I always use FunJet or I'll do Delta Vacations, sometimes Vacation Express, just depending on where they're going. Um, if they tell me they want to just pay up front, that's when I go into my Evo Rewards, but I still check the pricing. Um, with Evo Rewards and Evo Plus, it just depends on how they want to pay. If they want payment plan, definitely you got to go through a vendor, like a VAX or Delta or something like that. But if they want to pay up front, I definitely check Evo Rewards and Evo Plus for that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Expedia as well. Expedia tab rather. Any other questions? Was
Thank
it
you,
anything else you
Denise.
guys would like me to show you?
I got a
And you're
question,
welcome. If
Denise.
that was Aaron, you're welcome. Pardon me? I heard someone say something. What did you say?
That was
I
me. I
have
got
a
a question.
question.
She can go first.
Oh, hey, Darnell,
Hello.
that little bitty voice. Yes, go ahead.
Um, I don't know if you have time on this training, but the multi-air origin with them sharing the same hotel room, are you able to show that?
Multi-air in
Like they're
which
traveling from different cities, but you're staying in the same hotel room?
I'm not well versed on that. I'm not well versed in that in Vex and Delta, Delta Vacations. They do have that option that I've seen. I don't get that much. I've gotten that one time um, with a honeymoon, and they were traveling somewhere out of the country.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go here and see if they have it,
They have
but I
it,
know
Denise.
they do have it. Oh,
If
multiple destinations. There you go. Nope. Let's see. That's multiple
if you
destinations.
drop down on your where your brand is,
Uh-huh.
it
Right
should
here.
drop down. Okay, if you go if you go to FunJet,
Okay, let me just scroll up a little bit. Okay. Mm-hmm.
click on FunJet.
Mm-hmm. I'm clicking on it now. Mm-hmm.
Now
You
go
talking
up so
about?
we can go up where you go up where you go in to put your flights and stuff in.
Okay, so new reservation.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
So you see where it's a flight and hotel?
Nope, I gotta let
Do
me
your
look.
drop down.
You said flight and hotel. Oh, right here.
Your
Okay,
package type.
I got you. I got you. Thank you, T. So
Click on it. It'll drop down.
it's drop down.
No, click on flight and hotel.
Oh, flight and hotel. Okay, I got you. Uh-huh.
Click your arrow.
Here.
Mm-hmm. Why aren't yours changing?
Multiple origin. Oh, you don't see it on your screen?
No. I still see flight and hotel on mine.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
it's all it
Okay,
shows.
give me a second. Give me a second. Nope, wrong thing. Sorry. Okay, you see my mouse moving, right? Okay, yep, there you
Yeah.
go. Okay. Now it's dropping down on this one. It's not dropping down on my
On our
tablet.
side.
Yeah, see.
But what y'all
Mm-hmm.
can do, because I did it, I called Vax, and the person
Mm-hmm.
that I talked to on Vax had me to sit in front of my computer when she was doing it, and she walked me
Mm-hmm.
through it.
Okay. So I see it says here, it has everything here. Multiple origin air. That's what we looking for in shared hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, it's going. There we go.
Don't ask me how she did it, but I know it's there.
It's here.
She walked me through it when I did my group going from here,
Mm-hmm.
New Orleans and Texas, all going to Las Vegas,
Okay.
and they stayed at the same hotel. Their rooms was together, but she did all the flights from where they was coming from.
I'm just gonna see if I can do it in here. So I'm just going back to New Orleans. Gonna go back to those same dates and see what comes up. I can do that. And see if something populates. Because it does say multiple origin air. Okay, so let's do a search and let's see what comes up. Yeah, and Delta Vacations, yeah, I got that kind of down packed in there. And hotel for a certain amount of days, a certain amount of stays, you have to do like your origin, like where you're leaving from, where you're flying into, and then go to the next role and insert your stuff. So let's see what's going on here. So this is different, but let's just see what what comes up here. I just want to see. Thanks, T. I just want to see what this is looking like. But it's still just, it doesn't look the same. It still looks the same, but
It takes some time because you go in and you have to do each flight from each city or
oh,
from
so
each airport.
oh
Then
yeah,
you
so that
go
would
in,
definitely be
yeah.
a call.
Then you go in and connect them all to the hotel. So
Okay,
it take a process.
it's a
But
process.
yeah,
Okay.
but Vax will walk you through it.
Okay, well, I'll definitely play around with it and see. But that's good to know. That's good to know. So is there any other questions? Oh, Darnell, go ahead. So definitely I would call. If it's something that I'm not comfortable with doing or I don't know how to do it, I just call the vendor and let them do it.
Okay,
Me too.
so my my daughter is trying to get a rental.
Hmm.
She got orientation Thursday school,
Mhm.
and she was trying to get the cheapest rental possible for one day.
Okay.
And I didn't have a good idea of where I should be looking.
So like I said, now when we book for us, we can use our we can go directly to the airlines. We can go directly to the rental car company and register as a travel agent. Um, as well as going into um the Clear the Clear website because they offer rental cars as well. I know a few agents who have done that. For me, it still seemed like it was a little bit more expensive. But you can go through the Clear website. You can also go directly to the rental car companies and sign up as a travel agent. You can do it that way. That still, to me, it still seems a little bit more pricey. It just depends on how much you're renting cars. But me personally, I prefer Expedia Tap for my rental cars because I normally get my rental cars like right up the street, like Woodward and 11 Mile. And I do budget. It's a budget and Avis together, and that's where I like to rent mine from. Now, if I'm going for like say a week rental, I'm gonna always check the airport.
Okay, you said budget because I'm right around the corner from you, so
Oh yeah, it's
so-
a budget and Avis right up the street on Woodward. It's in Royal Oak on Woodward and 11, right across 11 Mile on your right hand side.
okay.
It's on the
What's
east side
the
of Woodward.
deposit? What's their deposit?
Um, I think about 200. It's been a minute since I rented. It's about 200, and they would let you pay with your debit card upon return. You don't have to use your credit card. That policy may have changed because, like I said, it's been a little bit since I've rented cars. I used to rent them probably every month, every other month. So, normally about 200.
Okay, you said budget.
Yes, a
Oh,
budget and Avis together, right there in Royal Oak on Woodward and 11.
okay, I'm giving them a call in the morning.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Any other questions? Or like I said, anything else you want to see? Now I'll say this. Um, when you're looking for, so I have a client that wants to go to Aruba next year. I suggested Rio Antilles. When I looked in Funjet today. I looked in Delta, as well as Vacation Express. They were all not available. So I put in a group request today for that same hotel. Rio requires minimum of 5 nights stay for a contracted group. Um, and that's what I did, a contracted group, and it was available. So I did that this morning. I called because I was trying to submit the request through the groups department on VAX, and it was not taking. It just kept clicking back to what I had already put on the screen. So I called and she took the information. It's the same thing they asked, the name of the group, your travel dates, where you want to stay, just your basic information. And she put in the group request, and I got an email today about 3 o'clock with the group pricing, she emailed the whole contract. And it told me what the pricing was for 2 room categories. And it's minimum 5 nights stay for Ryu, and it's a minimal 5 rooms to qualify for a group. Ryu is the only hotel that requires a minimum of 5 rooms. All other hotels require 10 and up.
Is that adults only?
Antilles is adults only.
Okay. That's the
Yeah,
name of it. Tell us.
yeah. Ryu
Okay.
Palace. I mean Ryu. Yeah, Ryu. Is it Ryu Palace Antilles? But it's a Ryu Antilles. When you type in Antilles, it is adults only. And even if you stay at the Ryu Palace Aruba, you could still go to both.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll be
I
able to
think
visit
I'm gonna
both groups.
look at that one too. Because I have that 10-year reunion, and
Mm-hmm.
Aruba was one of the places that I was considering for her. So yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, she wanted
Yeah,
to go October 1st through the 7th. So, like I said, they require 5 nights minimum. Um, I got the quote back today, and I looked over the quote. I talked with my client, and she said, "Yeah, I wanted 5 nights. I wanted 5 nights, 6 days." I said, "Okay, great." So when she emailed me, Lulu was her name, and she said, "If you want to proceed, give me the final group name." So we did change the group name, the preferred hotel, the dates we wanted to stay, and the room categories we wanted. So I just had to respond with that information that she put into the email. And I sent that out. So I'm just waiting on her to call me back or email me back so we can solidify this group. And since it's just a month before my birthday, I am going, and I'm going to celebrate my birthday in Aruba. I have been wanting to go since I became a travel agent. So I'm
Aruba's
super excited.
yeah, awesome, Denise.
Yes, I'm super excited. So she's celebrating her 60th. I'll be celebrating my 56th. So yeah, I'm excited. So that's something else. If you see, if you're booking a group and it's showing unavailable, do a group ease through VAX or either your contracted group. It's really up to you what you want to do. If you think you can sell them, definitely do the contracted group because the contracted group is going to hold your pricing. The only the fluctuation you may get is about a $5 to $10 fluctuation. With the group ease, it's whatever the price is when you get ready to book that reservation. Just say you got, say, 10 people who want to go, that's 5 rooms. Every time you go in to make that reservation and you put that group code in, you have to put that group ease code in. It's whatever the rate is at that time that you decide to book. So
Wait,
just
wait,
something to
wait.
keep in mind. Mhm.
So you have say that again. Maybe I missed something.
So I said with the contracted group, you have to have 5 rooms minimal for Rio, but for all the other properties, it's 10 rooms or more. Um, you may get a fluctuation in price. Just say if I'm booking this trip now, so I'm booking this trip right now for Aruba of next year. It'll probably be solidified and deposits down probably before the end of the month is out, maybe August. Just say someone wants to come in, say around December, maybe the first of next year, it may be about a $5 fluctuation of price. So that's the convenience of a contracted group, at least with at least with VAX. When you do the group E's, from what I remember, just say I'm gonna do somebody today. I get the group E's code and I make their reservation today. They put down their deposit. So when I go back, just say next week, and another couple wants to reserve their room, it it will be at whatever the rate is. And I still put the group code in to get
Hmm.
that discount. Now
So
with the
what's,
group, go ahead.
oh, I guess
Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, well, what would be the benefit for the client if it continues to fluctuate? You wouldn't be able to give a static price, would you? If it
Well,
changes.
well, when I say change, I'm not talking about like $1,000 change, but it's gonna be a fluctuation of prices, just how it is. A little bit. So when you do your group E's, it actually shows you how much you get off per, say, $1,000. So just say zero to say 100 to $1,000, it may be 50. From 1,000 to $2,000, it may be 100, and so far, going like that. Hotel doesn't fluctuate like that. It's the flight that fluctuates like that. So with the hotel only, I'm just doing hotel only because the flights aren't available. So if you're doing hotel only, you're pretty safe without a lot of fluctuation. But if you're adding those flights on, it's gonna fluctuate. In my experience, somebody else can chime in if they know anything or if they've experienced something different. Because I basically book hotel only because I book so far out. I book at least a year or better out. So normally I'm doing hotel only because the flights aren't available.
Okay.
And it's an easy way to get that room secured, to get the room block secured, or get your room secured for your clients, and then you go in and add flights. You can add flights to the reservation, or you can do separate flights. Let your clients get their own flights. When I let my clients get their own flights, I put those flights on watch, and I let them know now is the best time to book. So once I book that hotel only, and we're solidified with the deposit and everything, I let them know that I'm going to put the flights on watch. What I need you to do every week is put $50 up or $100 up, especially when we're a little bit out. Put up $50 to $100 a week. So when I tell you it's time to book that flight, you'll be prepared to go ahead and get your flight. That's my strategy.
Sounds good. Thank you.
And you're welcome. I'll put them on watch on Hopper. I don't book through Hopper. I used to book through Hopper all the time for myself, but I no longer book through Hopper. I like to go to Google Flights because of Google Flights allows you the opportunity to book straight through the airline. Because I like to book straight through the airline. I don't like doing third parties, especially when it comes to flights, because things can change all the time. They may cancel your flights, and it could be a mess because I've experienced it. So I put them on watch normally with Google Flights. I've stopped using Hopper. But with Google Flights, you can put any flights on watch for any time they're available, and they'll give you an email alert saying
Can
the
you
price
get
drop. Go ahead.
can you get commission through Google flights?
No, you cannot. But you can use, hey, Tiva. Is that Tiva?
It's me. I'm here. I'm at work though, so I'm just listening.
Oh, okay. But you can use your downtown travel and things of that nature. Like if you're doing groups or you have a multitude of people, definitely. I haven't used downtown travel yet. I had went in and played with it, but I know T has used downtown travel, and you can get commission and adjust your commission. And is it another? I'm asking because I want to know, is it another vendor outside of downtown travel where we can get commission on those flights?
I know that you can do it off of Vax.
Oh
Funjet
yeah,
does
yeah. You could.
commission downtown travel. Those
Okay.
are the only ones that I know gives commission right now. I think there's one more, but I can't think of who it is.
Yeah, because Funjet, you can go in and just do a flight only, if I'm not mistaken. Correct? I think you can go in and just do flight only.
You can do
That's
flight
correct.
only.
Yeah.
You can do flight only, but you have to
Mhm.
add your commission in. You have to,
Yeah.
you have to
Okay.
add the money in. It's not gonna just pay you
Automatically do it
for
like
your
downtown
flights.
travel does. Okay.
Now, what I do when I need to do my flights and people stop by here to get
Mhm.
flights on the spare of the moment, I just go
Mhm.
straight into my Rakuten link.
Okay.
Yep,
Yeah, we
Because
talked about
exactly.
that a couple of weeks ago. Mhm.
Rakuten is gonna take me over to Expedia,
Mhm.
but Rakuten is going to give me commission off of those flights, and I get a check every 3 months. So
Okay.
I always say, whether it's $2 or $10, it's $1.
It's $1, and every dollar counts. So
And
that's
you can
another
do the
tip.
same, so
Go
you can
ahead,
do the
Brenda.
same thing with Evo Rewards as well.
Okay. And just
They
up
have
it up
flights
your.
on there too. And they
Yeah,
usually
they
have
do.
a promo code too,
Okay.
for flights. If they have, if it's domestic, it's usually like a $25 discount. If it's
Okay.
international, it's usually $50. And what I
Okay.
do is I quote the regular price that shows up, and then that's
Mhm.
my commission money.
Okay.
Whatever the promo code amount is, that's what I get paid for the booking that ticket if I use Evo
Gotcha.
Rewards.
Okay. That's good to know. I know, Brenda, you know all of the tips and tricks of the trade. I was waiting on you to
Girl,
chime in.
now I'm
Brenda
one of
is the
those like
discount
Tondra.
queen.
I use my Rakuten,
Mhm.
like Tondra does, but I also have there's like 3 other websites that offer cashback shopping as well, and I
Okay.
will go and see where I can make the best money back.
Okay.
Some of them will give you straight cash, some of them give you points that you can convert to cash or to gift cards. So I just see
Okay.
where I'm going to get the best deal. If one's giving me 10 points for every dollar and the other one's giving me 1%, well, I'm
Mhm.
going to go with the 10 points per dollar because flights can get spendy. So I
Right.
may make me 20,000 points right then and there for a $200 flight.
Mhm.
And then I'll convert that over to, and it'll be like $70. Not too
Okay.
bad for booking a flight.
Okay. So, like Preston says, a wealth of knowledge on this line. Is it any other questions or something y'all want to share about a discount or something?
The only thing I'm going to say is if you have not read your email from Delta Vacations
Mhm.
about the discount or the $250 credits for your clients at
I've
select
seen it. Mhm.
Caribbean reuse properties,
Mhm.
I suggest you go take a look at that email because I'm like, wow, that's a pretty good deal.
Yep, I seen
And
that today. Yep.
yeah, it's only so it's select properties, but Reggae's there and Montego Bay is there.
Mhm.
There's also what is it, Paradise something or other on in the Bahamas that's right next
Mhm.
to Atlantis. There's like 6 or 8 of them, and
Yeah,
they
it's a
got some
lot of.
decent
It's about.
rates.
Yeah, it's about a good 8 to 10 hotels. I seen that today.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, you can book now from now until July 31st, and you can travel clear up till April 30th of next year. So now's the
Mhm.
time to get your folks all excited about spring break, Valentine's,
Mhm.
Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, back to school,
Yep.
hell, even just a birthday club type thing. Girls' trips, golf trips, you name it. Now's the time to get them if they don't mind going to Ryu.
And this is a great opportunity for y'all to advertise those discounts. Just like Brenda
Mm-hmm.
said, she just named off what 8 or 10 different vacations. So go into Canva, put you a flyer together, and just advertise. You can even go on a Delta website and copy some of that stuff and put it in a put it into Canva, and you got you a post there.
Yep. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
That's right, Brand.
You know, you can even do. I mean, you could also, if you wanted to take it one step further, put you a little post together for each one of the resorts, and say, $250 off of this one, and just put the, like, don't tell them the name of the resort, but just give them the information that it says underneath the resort. Just post that up there. Say who want to go. Simple as that.
And now they
You're ready
contact
to
you.
go. Yep. Put your little link there for the jot form, or have them message you or call you or whatever. And you got like 2-minute post, and you got like 8 or 10 posts. There's a week's worth of content right there. If you do each one. Maybe throw a picture up of the outside of the resort or the pool area.
Pool area
Done
is
deal.
always a getter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Looking towards the ocean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I did a Jamaica quote today. I did because they want swim out suites. So I think I picked 4 resorts that had swim out suites that was 18 and up, because one of the ladies said her son would be 18 at their time of travel, which is May of 2025. And the first week, 4 nights, 5 days of May was the cheapest. So I quoted them that, but I did a hotel comparison and told them to look over that and pick their favorite one, maybe 2, and we can go to final pricing after that. But she called me and said her sister has an 8-year-old. So what I did was I went back in, and I was in Delta when I did this. I went back in and clicked on my filters and did family friendly resorts. And I think it was like 3 of them that had swim out suites. So what I did was I did Ocean View, because I know they wanted Ocean View. They want swim out suites, but for their guests, I did the Ocean View rooms, king and double beds, and then I did the swim out suites, king and double beds for the 3 resorts that they did have available. And I sent that over to them. So I'm just waiting to hear back. But I'm gonna tell you,
Well,
those filters really save your life. So use your filters. It saves a lot of time.
Thank you for mentioning that, Denise, because with the young lady that I was sharing, she wants an adult only resort, but she told me to look out for an accompanying family resort, because they don't know if they'll have to bring their kids or not. So
Right.
if they do have to bring their kids, they still want their guests to have an adult only location, but
Sign.
but they'll have
Uh-huh.
to go next door or wherever to hang out with kids, to be with their
Right.
kids.
Yep. Yep. So it's just to use the filters. I know in what's that, Cancun, Planet Hollywood has the adult and the kid side. The adults can go over to the kid side, but the kid side can't come over to the adult side, but it's there on the same resort. So something like that is good. But yep, use those filters, and it just cuts out on a lot of research.
not only that, but the reuse also. If you put
Mm-hmm.
you got the
Mm-hmm.
palace, you could bid at all 3 of them.
Yep.
So you kids can be part of them, but they can't be the other ones.
Exactly.
So,
Oh yeah, okay. That's something to think about too. So
Mm-hmm.
now I'm gonna look at Aruba, Antigua, and I haven't figured out what the third one yet, but
Barbuda.
hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, my client stayed at a Royalton in Antigua, and she loved it. She was there for a week.
Yeah, I have a feeling that that's probably going to be it. Just thinking about this person and their personality, I think that might be it. Or maybe even a different Sandals location. I think she said she stayed at the Sandals in the Grill, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'm gonna be working
If
on
you
it.
did Sandals, Sandals got beaches in Sandals and they can go next door.
Right.
So with that, the adults can go over to, I'm just saying, if any other adults wanted to go over to beaches, they could, but the kids couldn't go over to Sandals.
Sandals. Mm-hmm.
You know, they do have a Sandals in Antigua, don't they?
They do, but they don't have a beaches there.
Oh, okay. She doesn't want to go back to Jamaica because they went there before.
Mm-hmm.
Turks
So
and
You
Caicos.
have beaches, Negril, beaches, Turks and Caicos.
Turks and Caicos sounds good. That could be my third option.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And the thing about beaches resorts is they can put up to 15 peoples in one room because a lot of their rooms are on once you walk on the inside of them, they're 2 and 3 floors. It's like a house or like a
Mm-hmm.
condo.
Okay.
So you can have 5 or 6 bathrooms and 5 or 6 bedrooms in one section for just that family.
We talked about that. Then we tell you all of us supposed to get
Yeah,
together
because
and
we
do it.
talked about that. All of us
Mm-hmm.
going and just staying so we can see how the property was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be down.
Me too.
I'm trying to find somebody to go to Turks and Caicos with me before Christmas. I don't
Mm.
want to lose my points. I told my husband, I said, I'm finding somebody. I'm going by myself, but I'm finding somebody because I am not losing my points.
I wouldn't lose mine either.
I know that's right.
And I got so many vacations already. I can't go nowhere else. Not this year. But if I didn't, T, I would be going right with
Well, see, the way Sanders points work is I have to use up points before the end of the year. When
you.
I went for them weddings, I didn't use all my points up. I didn't need to be there in many days.
Right.
So I still got 5 days worth of points free
Oh,
Jesus.
wow.
for this year, or they'll drop
Okay.
at the end of the month. And
Okay.
me, Brenda was looking through my stuff, and I still got what Brenda, what 80,000 over 80,000 points for next year.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I know. So I told Brenda, I'm gonna just bounce from. I'm gonna bounce from one Sandals and beaches to the next.
That's what I would do too. 80,000? Yeah. Oh,
That's a
my
good
goodness.
life.
Yes, it is.
You have to know how to sell them.
That's right.
Cause I need one more wedding or retie the knot
Mm-hmm.
by December, end of December, for my company to go on their on the front of their wedding web page
Oh,
permanent.
wow.
Goodness.
So I told Brenda I had a couple that flagged me down over the weekend when I was going to see about one of my clients whose daughter passed, and she passed just like here. Y'all would pray for her mama because
Oh,
she passed in her mama arms too, and she was
oh,
43. So keep
Mm.
her
Jesus.
in prayer. But when I
Jesus.
was heading to their house, this couple followed me out of Caden's them house, out of their complex, and they kept blowing the horn. And I thought it was somebody trying to go around me or something. They was pulling me to the side, and we got to talking. And they want to go to Sandals before the year's out. It's their anniversary in November.
Look at
So I
God.
Oh,
told
wow.
Brenda, I told him,
That
you know
God.
what? We could hook you up for your anniversary while you there. You can redo your wedding vows. I'm gonna get that wedding in there. You
I
can
know
redo
that's
your
right.
wedding vows. All you have to do is stay for 4 days. And your wedding is basically free. You can take a
Mm-hmm.
couple with you, or they'll give you somebody to stand there side by side with you while you redo your vows if you want to. So they're excited about it. So I done nailed that last wedding. Thank you, Jesus. But
Mm-hmm.
you just have to know how to talk to people
Yeah.
and not be scared to come out of your comfort zone.
And that's the thing. You got to be able to talk. I got my first destination wedding leaving at on the 26th of this month.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
And I am so excited. I'm excited for them. They're a young
Yes.
couple, but I did 17 rooms for them.
Mm.
I think one is a triple with 3 adults, but it's maybe about 3 rooms that have a child with them. Yeah, so I'm just excited, and I can't wait to see what comes from this. What kind of business is going to come from this wedding? So, does anyone else have any questions?
When you guys do the large wedding parties or a lot of rooms, what kind of gifts do you give? Thank you gifts do you give your clients?
I'm gonna let T answer that because this is my first one.
Tea expensive. You don't want to know what tea give.
But
But
no, just
but like
idea.
like my last wedding I did.
Mm-hmm.
Every couple that went to that wedding because they all had butler rooms. I
Okay.
paid out of my pocket for each one of them a candlelight dinner.
Oh, beautiful.
So it was $200 per couple.
Okay.
And they chose the spot they wanted to have their dinner in. There was nobody around but them. It was
Mhm.
their 2 hours
Yep.
of having their 5-course meal with their butler serving them. So it was that way with them. My other couples that I took, when I went with them, I gave them all excursions off of the property.
Okay.
So what you have to do is look at how much commission you're going to get
Mm-hmm.
to know how much money you want to spend out of your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know, it was okay for me to do what I did with that wedding because I knew every couple that I had with me had a butler room, and each one of my commissions per room was over $1,300. So to spend $200, I still had $1,100.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes
that
sense.
is
I get
correct.
that.
That makes
Yeah.
perfect sense.
That
Yes.
makes a lot of
You know,
sense.
so yeah, so you look at what your commission is going to be so you won't be broke.
Right.
And then you kind of go from there. You know, my couple that just went over to Sandals, they went for his wife's birthday. And what I did for them, I called ahead and I had the property manager to put in a request for me to decorate their rooms. So they went in and they decorated their rooms with um happy birthday to her, and they spelled it out on the bed with roses, and they put roses in her bathtub in her soaking tub and put her wine and champagne and stuff for her and her husband, and then they decorated outside to where their swimmer was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you just think about the couples or you think about your client and what you think will be an impression on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep. I'm doing a room decorating for myself for my birthday for Jamaica.
You
I
go,
said
girl.
I'm doing it this year. It's my milestone birthday. I'm
Right.
55, so I'm
Celebrate
gonna
you.
do
I
it.
know that's right.
That's what
Yes.
I'm doing. Yeah.
And a cool thing too about that is you get to see exactly what it would look like for a client too. So
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's cool.
So I looked at a couple of companies that do it. So I'm probably after I come back from convention, kind of dig a little bit deeper into see which one I'm gonna use. But yeah, I'm glad we talked about this because I need to figure out what I want to give my couple, what I want to do for them. So I am
Wow.
still waiting on the t-shirts. So as soon as I hear something, I'm hoping before the week is out, we can have that solidified so I can see the design, or we can take a look at the design together. And then we'll kind of go from there. You were gonna say something, Aaron?
No, no, I wasn't.
Okay. Okay.
Nobody has anything else you want to talk about or bring up or anything?
Um, when we gonna do the Team Magnificent um outing for Vegas? Did we decide? I don't think we decided anything over on the day, or if we were gonna do it after we came back from being on the bus, or we still deciding?
I don't think anything's actually been agreed upon.
Yeah, I don't think so. I know we had a little bit of discussion, but
We did. I was saying that I really want to do something with our groups specifically, but
most
if nobody
definitely.
else wants to, it's okay.
No, we're gonna do it. We just don't know when. But I
No,
think we
that's what
need
she's
to.
saying, Aaron.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, we want to. We just have to pick which evening we're gonna do it.
So team night is what, Friday night?
Team night is Friday night.
The dance is Saturday night.
The dance is Saturday night. And I don't think everyone, I know everyone's not coming on Tuesday or Wednesday, so we have to make sure everyone is there.
yeah.
So the better night would probably be Thursday.
Thursday night or after Friday. I mean, after we get
Yeah.
back Friday, but Thursday night will probably be the better night.
Yeah.
I would
And
think
it don't
Thursday.
have to be nothing big. It's so much up on that hill. If we have to stay up on the hill, we just all eat together or do something, but go to the
Mhm.
movie, do something, but
Do
you know,
something.
get together.
Right. I agree.
Yeah, I think Thursday would be the best day. And yeah, I guess we can keep it simple. Keep it
Hmm.
simple.
Yeah, we can go to the, I mean, think about it. They got a bowling alley.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all bowl?
I drink. I'll
Oh.
watch y'all. I
You
just
play
drink beer and
bingo?
watch
They got
y'all.
a bingo hall.
I love bingo. Me and Preston was talking about bingo today. I love bingo.
They got a bingo hall upstairs. They got
Hmm.
the movie theater.
They sure
Okay.
do.
They got the rodeo.
You won't have to go nowhere. Okay.
Everything is up on that hill.
Hmm.
And think about it, it's gonna be 120 degrees, so you might want to stay up on the hill.
Yeah,
Right.
that part.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, we might want to stay indoors for our
Yeah.
team night.
Okay.
Because even at
So
night, it's not going to cool down less than about 110, probably 105, 110. Because
and that's
last year
still
when we went, it was
still hot.
113, 15 during the day, and it was still
Yeah.
104 like 2 a.m. So
Yeah, because going out to the pool after midnight, just to go and sit out in that area, you couldn't breathe.
Yeah, but it was still hot. Hmm.
I thought
Yeah,
we was
me and
gonna
Tia
melt
was up
waiting
there
for the
every
Uber to
day.
come pick us up from the Blue Martini bar.
What you
And
say,
that
babe?
was it. I said, I said, I thought we was gonna melt last year, standing
Hmm.
outside just standing there waiting for the Uber
Oh
after we
yeah.
left the Blue Martini bar.
Hmm. Yeah, that's yeah, it's hot. So on our team night, y'all want to wear our shirts on our team night, or what's the plan? Are we gonna wear them on the bus, or that's something else we need to kind of talk about too?
Hmm.
Is everybody going on the bus?
I think for the most part, yeah, we're all signed up.
Okay, cool.
I think I would prefer to wear our shirts when it's just us.
I would
Hmm.
too. That's what I was thinking. But Friday, like the entire day is team, ain't it? While we're training and everything, is that how it goes?
Yeah.
Normally, yeah.
Okay.
So what we could do, just a suggestion, for those of us who have Kia's shirts from the ceremony, I mean from the services, we can incorporate those in somewhere. If y'all want, it's just a thought.
Yeah,
I
that's an
love
option.
I love my shirt.
Yeah. Well, since those shirts are black, I will vote for us wearing them wherever it's gonna be cool. I mean,
Right. Right. So just an option. Unless we just want to do another shirt. Um, I say utilize what we have already.
Yeah, for real.
Hmm. But yeah, that was just a thought that just popped in my head. Cause that shirt is so soft. I love that shirt, and it's just hanging up in my closet, waiting to be worn again. Mm.
oh,
Who
so you're
don't have a
saying wear
shirt
that
like
shirt
that?
instead of getting another shirt.
Instead of buying another shirt, because we're already getting shirts, so those are going to be white. I didn't know when we were going to wear them. If we were going to actually wear them
You
on the
you're
team night,
getting
which is
shirts, you're flying there, you're paying for your room.
exactly.
That's a lot of money y'all putting
That's
out.
what I'm. That's why I'm.
So
That's why it came to my mind.
shoot.
But everybody don't have a shirt from Kia's funeral.
Not everybody is an accountability partner.
Right. But I'm saying everybody in the accountability partner didn't get shirts.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
Nunu don't have a shirt. Net don't have a shirt. I got the list of them. It's still about 5 or 6 people that don't have shirts. So we would have to get Patrice to just get her person to make
To do about 6
those
shirts.
shirts
Okay.
if they would have time to make them, because Patrice
Right.
still gone.
She's still gone. That's right.
Plus, I
So that's
imagine
an
she's probably
option.
still finishing up Tony's t-shirts too.
Hmm.
With True.
You know?
And those are the ones they're wearing on team night, right?
Tony shirts, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But since she got the layout, I can send her a text message. I can send her a
Hmm.
message because
That's what I was thinking.
we've been messaging each other every night anyway before I go to sleep. So
Hmm.
I can message her and have her to just send a theme to her t-shirt person and ask them, because she had said she was going to make sure that she redid some shirts with Kia picture on it for the rest of the team members before then anyway. So I just need to remind her and
Okay.
let her know who it is, because I still got everybody's size. I got the ones that we had.
Okay.
Who don't have a shirt?
Who don't have a shirt?
That
Okay.
would be the question. Who don't have a shirt?
I know Jen ain't got hers. She don't have one.
Wait a minute. So we still need one for Jen. And we still got to get one for
No one knew.
Net.
Annette, because we gave Annette shirt away because she
Right.
wasn't here.
That's 3.
Wait a minute, who the other one? We said Jen and Annette.
No.
Oh, no.
And she laid her now. That's beautiful.
Eva, you got a shirt? I know she at work.
Hmm.
So we just need to find out who I got Nunu in Annette size. Tell Jen to send
No,
me her size, Brenda.
I don't
I'll
have a
text.
shirt, but I'm not coming either.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Should be a 2, Tondra.
Okay. I think I wrote it down. So who else coming that don't have a shirt? Cause that shouldn't be bad. If we just got 3 shirts, that should be
Right.
that should be easy.
Yeah.
Cause he already got the screen for it.
Mm-hmm. So y'all want to wear when do y'all want to wear those on which night? Thursday night or Friday night?
I say Friday night.
Friday night.
If Raw
Okay.
Squad's gonna wear theirs on Friday night, you
I'm
know.
talking about the black t-shirts.
Oh, the black ones.
Yeah, the black ones. So we got the black ones, and then I'm doing the white ones for the
That's
team
right.
night.
Never mind.
He is
I'll
team
shut up now.
magnificent. So
I'm going on mute.
So team night, we wearing the white one.
okay, so that's on Friday. I think I
Because you set those up with the saying on their Kids accountability partners or something you put on there. What you put on there, I forget.
I put on there Kia's Team Magnificent.
Right. So we'll wear those team night.
Okay. And then the
Because it
black
said
ones,
because it said Kia's team.
right.
So
The black ones say accountability part.
so the accountability partner, the black ones, we can wear them on Thursday night.
Okay. So that's solidified. Great.
And then that'll be our group. And then
Mhm.
we can get there and we can find out once we get there, we can let that night be the night that we as a group release those lanterns
Mhm.
for Kia.
On Thursday?
Yeah, we
Mhm.
can do it on Thursday. I'm saying if we can get permission to let them loose somewhere, find out where we can let them loose,
Right.
we can do them Thursday.
Mhm.
Because that'll be the night that is just her group.
Right.
Right.
I thought Patrice had a place to said the driver was gonna stop somewhere for y'all to let them out. I heard her say
That's
that
what I
on.
thought too.
Oh,
Did
you
she
know
say
what? She
that?
did say that. Yes, she did. Yes, she
Okay,
did.
well then we'll release them on Saturday night, on Friday night.
Mhm.
I know she said he was stopping in several places for us to take pictures.
Right.
And I think she also said that he knew just the right spot or something to
For
do
us
the
to release
lanterns and
those. Okay.
balloons. If I'm
Well,
not mistaken.
So
So
I'll
we're gonna
send
do
her these 3 sizes
it. Okay.
to send to her person. And hopefully this will take care of everybody.
Mhm.